they're throwing the ball all over the place. They throw the ball 72 times, and you're out there, and then a couple of you guys start going down, getting nicked up and stuff, putting more emphasis on you to be out there. Yeah. Tell me what it was like for you out there.
You know, it was a hostile environment. It was something that we preached during practice, that it was going to sound like that. We had the speakers with the loud noises out there. So, you know, it was something that I was kind of used to, but nothing is ever really the real thing. So, but you know, with Kevon and Adoree going down, I felt like I had to be the leader for the corners. You know, as well as the DBs. You know, Gerald Bowman, he's a great leader for us. He leads us all over the place wherever we need to go. You feel me? But when Kevon and Adoree went down, it was time for guys to step up. And you know, John Plattenburg and John Lockett, they both stepped up in a big way. I'm very proud of them.
Well, what were you telling those guys? I mean, they were running a lot of short routes on you guys. A couple times they tried to run the deeper routes.
Yeah.
Those guys both made plays. What were you telling them? What were you seeing out there from them?
I was just, you know, before they both went in, like even Lockett, you know, I'm very close with Lockett. You know, I call him my son because, you know, I be with him a lot. But I told him it's his time. You know, he's been waiting ever since the first game. After the first game, he knew he wasn't redshirt anymore. So I told him it's your time. You know, God always has a plan for everybody, and his plan was for you to get in this game and do well. So you know, it was something that we preached also during the whole week of practice finishing, because I guess they did an interview saying that they're going to have a field day because we can't finish on the ball. So it was something that we wanted to do. Make sure we keep the ball in front of us, not let nothing get behind us. So I don't think they really had any explosive pass plays. A lot of short sit routes, slant routes, things of that nature. But you know, as a defense, that's something that, you know, we have to be fine with. You know, catching hitches and slants. As long as we don't give up the deep passes, that's something that I feel like we could be okay with.
And then they were able to score. They have to go for the 2-point conversion. They throw at you.
Yeah.
You get the PI.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll call it a PI since they threw it.
Yeah.
Were you surprised that they ran the ball the next play? As well as they've been throwing the ball in those shorter passes, were you surprised that they decided to try to run it there?
Actually, I was very surprised. You know, I was honestly expecting them. You know, Caleb Jones, he was their guy all day. I was expecting a fade or a slam by him, and so, you know, I was ready. I was geared down, but my eyes was on him, locked on him. But once I seen he didn't really run a route, and I looked inside and I seen all our guys on top of their guys. You know, Leonard, the whole D line made a heck of a play, and I'm glad it happened that way.
And then when that play happens, do you think the game's over? Was it in your mind? You're like, all right, we finished this out. All we got to do is recover this onside kick, and yet they still get the ball.
That's exactly what went through my mind. But, you know, things happen for a reason. You know, they got the onside kick. We had to go back on D and show what we can do. They tried to take Lockett deep 2 times, and he held his own. So I'm very proud of him, like I said before. And, you know, I think everything happens for a reason.